the expectation that we're engaged in the front. Okay? Okay, so I know I told you to bring your personal narratives, right? During this time, during this time, I'm going to kind of go over transitional phrases, because one of the things that I feel like we can work on as writers, and I'll wait till Xavier takes the seat just so that we're all on the same page and he doesn't miss any part of my first part.
Yeah. Stop taking this stuff.
If you get it later, here's a pencil for now, okay? I'll help you find it later. Yes? That's okay. Thank you, Luciana, for trying. I'll figure it out later. Okay? We'll figure it out later. Luciana, thank you for helping. So, for the first part, I kind of just want us to brainstorm what you already know. I know. Prior to this day, we've already been going over transitional phrases, and I'm missing something. Okay, I'll be right back. Did I give it to any of you? No. I forgot it. Miss Para, can I leave them too? Yeah, sorry. That to make together. So we're gonna first start to brainstorm some transition words. Okay? Can anyone tell me why it's really important to use transition words in our writing, in our essays? Xavier, have you ever used a transition word in your writing? No? Has anyone ever used it?
Cheeseburger with fries from McDonald's.
Okay, do me a favor, sweetie, go back to class. I gave you a warning. Thank you. You don't need to be in this space, right? It's not mandatory. Thank you. So, we're going to look over some resources to kind of start seeing where we can insert transition words in our own personal narrative. So, today's agenda is going to be, first we're going to brainstorm, right? I'm giving you the sequence of it. Then we're going to look for a resource, which is this little guide that we'll eventually paste in our notebooks. Next, we're going to put our knowledge of transition words into practice. Okay? Based on this sheet, do we have an idea of what transition words, some ideas of transition words? Any, if we've used any, I want to know, because I know you have some knowledge of it. So Luciano is looking at his resource guide. Have you used any of these transition words? Sometimes. Okay, so which transition word are you looking at the moment? ¿Necesita una? No? Okay, so that's okay. If we haven't used them, this is why I brought you all specifically out, because I need us to start incorporating it in our writing. Okay? It's in order to have an organized essay, it's really important to make sure that we're telling our readers this sequence of our experience, right? Our readers, when they're reading our essay, we want to make sure that they know what happened at the beginning versus what happened at the end, right? That's how movies start. Movies have a reason for showing you what's going on in the beginning, what happened to the character prior to the problem, right? So in our writing, we need to show our reader the same thing, that experience. We want it to be whereas if they were actually living it with us in the moment. Yes? So I'm going to go ahead and have you look at this worksheet and highlight some of the words, because maybe we're shy to share out loud. Highlight some of the words or the transition words that we've already used. And I'll give you a minute because I know you've already either attempted or seen them in another person's writing, right? Highlight some of the transition words that you're already familiar with. So I'm going to have you use the like maybe next, finally, later, last. Have you used any of those ever in your essay? No? Okay. What about for example? For instance? No? Okay. What about also? In addition? No? Okay, so this is okay. It's okay to be in a place where if you're not highlighting any, it's fine. But after today, the expectation is we start pushing ourselves to use transition words. So I'm going to give you about 15 more seconds.
So, Claudia, ¿en tus ensayos has usado los transition words? Sí. So, primero este paso, luego, ¿sí? So, estos son los transition words y queremos que ustedes lo usan en tus ensayos más, ¿okay? Para que la persona que está leyendo tu ensayo está pensando, ok, esto pasó primero y luego al final eso es lo que right?
Alright, let's go ahead and put our highlighters down. Thank you for engaging in that. So I do see a couple highlights on your organizers, which is awesome. It shows me that UIPs have seen them or have used them in your writing, right? So I'm gonna ask you to help me out with something. I'm going to ask you, it might be a little silly, there's a reason why I'm doing this. I'm going to ask you to help me write down how we make a sandwich. Okay? So, who wants to start first? What's the first step in making a sandwich? Huh? What about the bread? Okay, so first we grab the bread and lay it out, yeah? How many pieces? Lay out. Right? So, in your graphic organizer, I want you to look where it says number 3 and highlight that entire box. It says to signal order or sequence. Number 3, you're going to highlight that entire box. Yep. You're going to highlight that entire box. Number 3, to signal order or sequence. Because for the purpose of creating our sandwich, I want us to use those transitional words or phrases. Go ahead and highlight this entire box. Box number 3, and I'll move on as soon as everybody has done finish doing that. This entire box, please. Okay? To signal order sequences, meaning you're telling your readers what's my first step. Okay? And as you can see, the letter first is what we use right now, right? Just to kind of start the experience of making a sandwich, right? So what's another word that we can use to tell our reader what to do after? Anthony, what do you do after you grab the 2 pieces of bread and you lay it out? Using a transitional word. I want you to look at box number 3. What's the transitional word you can use? Second, awesome. Second, what? What do we do next? What's after the bread? Are we just going to eat the bread by itself? What do you do for your sandwich? There's no right or wrong answer.
Put the ladle
On your hand? On your face?
No.
Where?
In the right.
On the, sorry?
On the right.
Awesome. Okay. So what transitional word did you use in this sentence to tell the reader what happens after we grab the bread?
Second.
Yep. Okay? It's really important that we use these in our paragraphs because, again, you're telling the reader the sequence of your experience. You're telling the reader, first in the morning I got up and it was a beautiful day, right? And then I went to school, right? You're telling them that transition. It wasn't like you were at home and suddenly you appeared at school, right? That's crazy. You need to tell them what happened in between. Okay? Luciana? Third. Easily we can use numbers, right? And I know that's very basic, but at least we're gonna learn to use even other words, okay? This is very basic right now. But I want you to focus on number 3 for your personal narratives, okay? And so today we're gonna have a chance to go back and solely just put those transitional words at the beginning of our paragraphs, okay? Cannot emphasize it enough that it's really important to tell our readers what the sequence of our experience is. So for now, I'm going to kind of put you to the test, okay? And it's okay if we don't have 100% understanding of how to use transitional words or phrases, but I need to see where you're at. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this out. And for the next, I want to say 3 minutes, I want you to write down what your morning routine is. I want you to write down what you're doing in the morning. What's your routine look like? Using the box number 3 to signal
They know it doesn't lock, so I don't know.
order or sequence.
Open it. It's never locked.
So right now we're focused on answering this prompt, Anthony, right? What is your morning routine? What do you do in the morning? And I want you to use box number 3 to show me the transition, okay? Do you get up and you're just suddenly ready?
Okay.
Probably not, unless you're Beyonce and she woke up like that. But seriously, what is your morning routine? What are you doing first? What are you doing before you get to school? And I want you to hit those transitional words. Claudia, ¿tienes preguntas? No? Okay, so first.
Where is the
Yeah, first thing. Okay. I'm not sure. So I'm going to write that down. I'm going to check it. Again, I want to make sure that we're focusing on box number 3 and incorporating those transitional words or phrases. And I want to push ourselves to kind of shine away from always using first, second, third, fourth, fifth, right? There's other words in this beautiful graphic organizer that you can use to be creative with your writing. So I'm going to give you about a minute more to tell me about your morning experience. What are you doing in the morning? Are you just getting up and coming to school? I hope not. How do you take care of yourself in the morning? What does your routine look like? Explain it to me as if I were to get up and have to do the same thing that you do every morning. Be specific. Use detail. So let's start finishing up the last sentence of our morning routine. For those of us that are done early, I want us to highlight the transitional words or phrases that you've used. Okay? So whatever words that you took from box number 3, I want us to highlight it. And let me know if you can highlight it. Alright, awesome. Let's go ahead and put our pencils down. No worries if you didn't finish. Again, this is just practice so that you can begin pushing yourself as a writer, and especially in your personal narrative, right? So I'm going to go ahead and share my morning routine. And I'm going to tell you again why it's really important to use these transitional words or phrases in our narratives, okay? So this is Miss Granados' routine. First, I wake up. It's really my cat who wakes me up, to be honest. And I go to the bathroom to brush my teeth. Then I wash my face to wake myself up a little bit better. Next, I put lotion on my face so that I can begin applying my makeup. Okay? So I'm telling my reader from the time that I get out of my bed, what's the first thing that I do? Luciana. Yeah, right? The reader doesn't have to guess what the first thing is that I have to do. The reader clearly knows verse means verse, right? That's at the very beginning. While I didn't end my morning routine, it's important to continue to tell our readers how things happen in order, because then they don't have to try to figure out the sequence, right? They don't have to guess. You're telling them like it is, based on these transitional words and phrases. Okay? So we're going to, at one point, go back to Ms. Dominguez's class. I'm going to help you insert those transitional words and phrases. It's really important that we do this graphic organizer because it's going to be our best friend for this personal narrative writing piece. Okay? Does that make sense? I know it's a very simple lesson or activity, but it's because in our writing I'm seeing that we're missing those pieces. Okay? Ms. Dominguez is going to put it in the rubric where you're receiving credit specifically for using transitional words or phrases. So if it's not there, you're going to miss out on easy points when you could have easily used your graphic organizer. Cool? Okay. So I'm going to first actually have one of you tell me your morning routine. Who's comfortable with sharing it? Luciana, Claudia, want to share? No? Luciana? Yeah, he does. All right. Tell us what you do in the morning. Oh, I want to hear those transitional words. First. Okay. So while you're cleaning your room, you're getting your backpack ready? You're doing those things at the same time? Okay, that's why it's important to use your transitional words. First. Okay. Okay, do you see why it's really important to separate those events though, right? You don't want to say, first I clean my room and jump in the shower. You're cleaning your room and jumping in the shower. That's crazy. Alright, doing both things. Right?
Jumping in the shower?
Yeah. So you need to tell us that you then transition next. I went to the shower. Right? So your reader's going to see you being a very superhuman and being like, wow, he can do two things at the same time, jump in the shower and clean his room. That's a great person to be. Does that make sense? Do we have any questions? This isn't the first time we're going to see this. We're revisiting it plenty of times this coming week. So it was just a little pre-exposure, but know that if we have time when we return, we're going to start adding in those transitional phrases. And I want you to highlight them in your essay, because I'm going to look for them and I'm going to say, where are the transitional phrases? Where are your words? Okay? Let's go ahead and return to Ms. Dominguez's class. Thank you for joining me. You're good, sweetie. Thank you. It's okay. I'm gonna get all this together. Okay, you're waiting for me. All right. Give me a second.